What is going on, you guys? 821 Mayo here. So I had a viewer come into my stream recently, and he asked me, how do I quick lean so easily, and how do I do it? So I gave him a little tutorial during the live stream, and he ended up telling me in chat to make a YouTube tutorial. So that is why we're here today. And before the tutorial starts, I would just like to get out of the way these selfish plugs. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/821mayo and twitter.com/821mayo1. Links will be in the description. Now that those are out of the way, I would like to explain the three different kinds of leanings. So you have double leaning, single leaning, and then you have single or double leaning with crouch. I will demonstrate these three right now. So here's double leaning right here. Then you have single leaning, and then you have leaning with crouched, which I think is the best for trying to get a kill. That being said, this should not be used for getting kills unless you 100% know you can complete the kill by doing a quick lean. Quick leaning is for info gathering only. Maybe 5-6 seasons ago when they didn't change the leaning mechanic, it could have been done for kills, but now that the leaning mechanic is much slower and sluggish, I think it's primarily used just for info gathering. Doing this is a lot better than just strafing into the door like this. So for double leaning, it's pretty simple. You can start by using your middle finger to press the E and Q button, just like this. Very simple, and I'm going to slow it down for you guys as well. Doing is I'm strafing and then leaning into that strafe. So it's going to look something like this. You're going to want to counter strafe back and then counter lean back. This is what it's going to look like right here. And primarily, you're going to use your middle finger for most of your leaning. So just start out by strafing, and then once you're comfortable with that, move on to leaning back and forth. Just try to gather speed up a little bit. So single leaning, it's a little bit more complicated. So all it really is the same thing as double leaning, but you're not counter leaning. You're just single leaning. You're basically canceling out the leaning to the one side. You want to lean into the door, same thing as double leaning, and then to cancel the lean, you're going to want to take your index finger and cancel out the lean mechanic. It's going to look something like this right here. Just start out with strafing again, and then once you're good with strafing, you want to lean into it, and then to cancel lean, you're going to want to press your index finger. So I'm going to slow it down here for you guys. So you can do that on either side. I would practice both sides. So now that we have double and single leaning out of the way, you can move on to crouch leaning, which is, in my opinion, the best, just because you're putting your head in between head level and crouch level. So you're putting your head in between these two spaces, and it's going to be the same thing with the leaning. All you're doing is just integrating crouch. So with my pinky here, I have my crouch bound to shift. You can find all my key bindings in the description if you're curious. I know some people use C. It's all up to you. You just have to get used to whatever key binds you have that you like. It's the same thing. All you're going to want to do is just crouch before you start the strafe or leaning. So you crouch and then lean into it and strafe into it, and then counter the strafe by strafing back, countering the lean by leaning backwards. Alright, so now that we have double and single leaning and integrating crouch done over there, I'll show you usually a scenario or two where it's going to be best to use these mechanics to your advantage. Again, this should never be done for getting kills unless you're versing a bot and you keep quick leaning them and they're just in the same position over and over. So it'd be easy just to do something like that where you can just quick lean real fast and get an easy headshot. So let's say I'm coming from strip side over here. I'm roaming. I hear this door open over here, okay? So I have one of two things. I can either go this way or I can commit to the fight and go in bathroom here. So let's say in this scenario, I commit to the fight and I want to go bathroom. All right, so I made it here to the door. I quick lean once. Okay, he's holding the angle. He's still holding my angle. Okay, so I just gather info. Let's say I quick lean once. Okay, quick lean twice. Let's say I want to quick lean a third time. You don't want to create a pattern. Creating a pattern with quick leaning is not a good thing because it makes you predictable with your movement. If I keep quick leaning the same spot head level, they're going to start pre-firing me, or if they're good with spray control, they can just hold down mouse 1 and pull down and get an easy kill on me. So let's say I quick lean once on this guy head level, quick lean twice maybe head level. All right, this time I'm not going to quick lean head level again. I'm going to crouch into it. And also, you don't have to commit to the whole angle to gather info. If you do something like this, where you only do like a little bit and show like, say, your shoulder, they most likely will shoot just because they see you. So obviously you know someone's there if you get the indicator on your screen that someone shot at you. So again, don't become predictable. Don't create a pattern for them. If I just keep doing this, they're obviously gonna pre-fire me and kill me. So if I do something like this 3 times or 2 times, I might wait a couple seconds, you know, do it again, wait a second, you know, do a crouch this time. Let's say someone's holding my angle here. Quick lean once, quick lean twice. Okay, he's still there. I'm going to commit to that angle and try to get a kill or possibly deal damage. And again, I'm doing it head level. Okay, head level again. He might start aiming head level. So then what I do is I crouch and do it. Do something like that, maybe once, maybe twice, and then commit and try to get that kill. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's all going to be situational for you guys, as this game is very, very situational. There are no two same situations just because there's so many different variables. But it just comes with time, practice, and patience to gather the movement and understand how it works and when and where you should use it. That's pretty much going to be the tutorial. Again, you can find my movement keys and keybinds in the description, along with my Twitch and Twitter. I would greatly appreciate a follow on both platforms. Again, A21Mayo1 for my Twitter and A21Mayo for my Twitch. And yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it. I will see you guys in the next video.